Something good going on in this Pap's neighborhood.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Miss Pat's Neighborhood. First, I want to take this opportunity to shout out my stylist for this season, Miss Rayshonda Lias Lockhart, the owner of All Is Fair in Love and Fashion. And if you're in the need for some fancy attire, be sure and check her out. Today we have a fantastic show prepared. My friend, Rush Trowel, who is the co-owner and producing artistic director of Works Studios, will share the vision for this minority-owned theater company. And he will also provide details about the upcoming events and programming. I've also had the privilege of performing with Rush and for Rush, and I can't wait to dive into all that he has coming up. And our hidden gem for today is my brother, Chef Kevin Nelson. He is the owner of Flavor 8 Seasoning and a personal chef. So don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Did you know that the word alma mater comes from the Latin meaning nurturing mother? One of our primary objectives at Simmons College of Kentucky is to nurture late bloomers. So it doesn't matter if you struggle through high school just to graduate or even if you earn your GED. We don't look at a student's past, we look at their potential. Simmons College of Kentucky, creating the next generation of thinkers.
Welcome back. I am excited today to have one of my good friends with me. His name is Rush Trowel, and he is joined by Janelle Renee. They are here representing Works Studios. It's one of the only minority-owned theater companies here in the city. And I've had the privilege of working with Rush and working for Rush, which both have been an experience. Hey, Rush, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am wonderful.
Good.
Hi, Janelle. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I am wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us out.
You all know that I am a proponent of the arts. And I think that it's important that we support the arts. And because I have fallen in love with performing, I think I'm more inclined to encourage everyone to support. So I want to make sure that everyone knows what's coming up with Works Studios.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, thanks again for having us out. Works Studios, 2020 has been a challenge for everybody. So
Yes.
when it comes to performing arts and from my professional colleagues on Broadway to the local companies, that we just had a little bit of a challenging year. Yeah. So we've kind of rested, or been dark as we call for 2020. So we're going to finish the year. We always have an annual, I think this year would have been year 6, I think. And you started with the first one for Motown Christmas and or Solar Christmas. So this year we're going to have to kind of do something a little different. So this year we're going to have a Christmas special. It's going to be December 13th, Sunday, December 13th. I hope that's the right day. And we're going to kind of flash back to some of the past years and have a few live numbers. But what we're really excited about is we are at the Russell Theater at New Directions. Mm-hmm. New Directions has been very, very good to us about providing a space. It's right in the Russell neighborhood at 516 South 17th Street, and having a small venue that we can call our own. And it's almost a sounding board and or a beginning to grow into what Louisville Arts will eventually become. But we said, well, we only have 100 seats, and we're gonna have a season next year. But what can we do in the meantime? What can we do while, they kind of say lemonade with lemons,
Right.
so what can we do? We have all these sets. We have all these Christmas decorations. We got doors and windows, and we got so much stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a Santa selfie station. It's going to be, you come in, you pay admission, we pay admission to come in, and then you come in and you go to each station. Some of them will have selfie stations where you can just hit a button and it takes a picture, but you bring your camera through and you have your very own holiday photo shoot.
Oh,
Real excited
wow.
about it. It's going to be, don't think anyone's done it here, so we're really excited about those moments. And we've already started setting up. It's going to be a long, long road coming, but Christmas trees, 25 Christmas trees, holiday decorations, the themes.
And if
will have
you've
Santa.
ever been to Soul of Christmas or
Yes.
Motown Christmas, you've seen the enormous trees and the beautiful decorations that they use.
So we're pulling all that out for you to come and just spend time with your family and friends to come and take pictures.
Wonderful.
That starts in
wonderful.
mid-November, yeah.
Okay. And so now what about the upcoming season?
Okay, so we're gonna usually season starts from August to June or August to July.
Okay.
So we didn't do anything in the first half of the season. So what we're gonna do is gonna continue for the second half, or at least we're gonna try. If we can't offer live in-person, socially distanced theater, we're gonna offer some virtual experiences. So we start with Harriet Tubman in February. Janelle's the director for that.
All right.
A show that we picked up, and I'll let her talk just a second. The show that we left off, we were literally opening night for 9 to 5, and they're like, shut it down. So, so that comes back in March.
Okay.
Then we have our youth production, which is we have 16 or 17 of Louisville youth who are interested not only as a recreational aspect of the arts, but young performers, folks that we want to make sure that we are nurturing all the way into their professional career, which will be Moana Jr. So that's good. And then we end our season in June with something that's close to your heart, is The Color Purple. It's coming back in June.
Oh,
and
how sweet.
Good deal.
That was my first. Was that my? No,
It was, yes.
It was my first theatrical production,
It was.
but I had done some stuff with you before.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But that was your first
I
major
think my first
role.
one was Mufara's
Beautiful Daughters as a storyteller. I remember that. Definitely, yeah.
Well, wonderful. That seems like it's going to be so exciting. Okay, so you mentioned that there was a special for December.
Okay.
For Christmas.
Yes. So
Tell
what we're
us
going to do is we're going to take we have footage and audio recordings and things, so we're going to kind of flashback, flash forward kind of deal. So we'll have some live numbers that we'll go into the studio and record, or that we'll have a live production at the Russell, and then we'll flash back to some of the older productions where we had it at.
So this will be an in-person?
No.
No.
Virtual. Still virtual.
Wow.
Still virtual. All of the major houses are closed right now. We got the call back, I believe, in March from the Kentucky Center. Just a lot of them are having a challenge with social distancing. And we want to be safe. We don't, that ultimately, while we want to be entertained and uplifted, we have to make sure that we are being responsible and safe.
Okay. I understand that. I understand.
So, but what happens is that's going to mean that 2021 is going to be off the charts. We're going to off the charts. And she's our artistic director as well. Janelle is directing Harriet Tubman, 9 to 5, possibly The Color Purple.
Possibly.
So she also has Ain't I a Woman Festival, which is women's playwrights of color. I want to make sure I'm saying that right.
Yes.
Say that for me. Go ahead.
Yes. So Ain't I a Woman Play Fest, it's to celebrate Black, Indigenous, and non-Black women of color creatives. And we got our start at the Russell Theater back in 2018. And so getting ready for year 4. So submissions will happen soon. We're looking at growing the festival because up until now it's been just a 10-minute play festival, and so we want to grow that format and make room for other women of color creatives, such as like poets and comedians and dancers. So we're excited.
So we're also sponsored for that. So we kind of work together. As I've always said, we got to grow together. There's the only way we'll arrive is if we go together.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, now so Harriet Tubman, what was the play you did before Harriet Tubman?
It was called, the first one, which was Cheryl, which was Mean to Be Free.
Yes. Ooh, I love that play.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in it,
it's
but
gonna be
I
similar to
loved
that. It's going to be like a one-woman show, but it will still feature all the music, all the spirituals and the choral music and the gospel music. And so we're going to have the same treatment. The goal is once we get the show offered to the public, that we take it into schools, that we have representation in the schools with that. And some kind of the foundations. I know there's a lot, in the turbulent times that we're in and in the challenging times, there's a lot of opportunity for Black history. But it's our responsibility to make sure the kids have the foundations. And we always say, well, there's the big ones, but making sure they at least have the foundations, which hopefully sparks them to go figure out, to go find out or have us offer. So we want to make sure that we are providing that, not only entertainment, but education.
That's key.
It's key. It has to be.
Especially for our history.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Okay, so if someone wanted to get involved with Faith Works, how would they do that?
Well, there's always space for behind the scenes, but that's not what you're talking about. But let me go ahead and put it out there. Let me go ahead. There's a whole crew here doing a fantastic job. There's always room behind the scenes. There's never enough, but everybody wants to be on stage. So what we usually do is an audition. All of our past performers, our current performers, and our
he
future
ain't lying, because he still makes me audition. That's
You
because
have to.
y'all ain't seen me in nothing.
You have to. It keeps you together. So just to making sure. But the auditions are coming up in November for The Color Purple. 9 to 5 is already cast. Moana's already cast. Harriet Tubman's already cast. So we have one more coming up soon. So I'll make sure that you get the information that we can get it out to you as well.
Okay.
But it's not hard. The only thing that I like to tell people, you two definitely know this, is it's time consuming. It takes a lot of.
Very.
You see a show.
Very. Wait a minute. The
Go
first,
ahead. Hold on.
the first 2 words I learned when I decided I was going to do The Color Purple was community theater.
Yes.
If you don't know what it is, look it up before you say yes.
Yes. That's any theater, though. Yeah, you better believe it. But we rehearse 5 to 6 days a week. We rehearse hours each day because it takes a while to get there. You see a wonderful show at the end and you're like, oh, that was amazing. But it makes sure you're putting the work and the professional effort. And we make sure that it's a community building. I've always said, and she said, and you said, it's just not about this one show. It's never about this one show. It's about us growing together and making friendships and bonds that will last us a lifetime. You got a whole crew, you're your whole crew. Yeah. So.
And I think it's been one of the best experiences that I've had. I've made some lifelong friends. Rush had me go to New York and audition.
Yeah.
I had been in one.
But it was forever.
I've sung forever.
And
but
cruise ships and everything. It's calm.
But it was out afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was afterwards. So it really was an eye-opening experience for me, and it was such fun. And even though it's a lot of hard work, I have said I'm going to at least do one community theater thing a year.
A year, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can give it much time to.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
And not get paid.
Yeah. Well, one day we'll be a professional theater. One day when we find the correct sponsors and resources, like all of us, that's what we lack in. It's just it's finding so we can have part-time, full-time, and everyone's just what they do.
But I think it's so important. I just think it's it's good to see our people on stage.
Definitely.
For me, it's just
with our voice and when telling the stories that we decide to tell. It can take.
There's so much talent in this city. It is utterly ridiculous.
Unreal. It is absolutely unreal. In one spot, there's so much talent. Yeah, definitely.
Well, is it anything else that you want to tell the viewers before you get out of here?
No, I don't have anything. Janelle, you have anything?
I'm good.
No, I'm just glad we're here and hope to come back. I hope we did good.
Most definitely. You were good. You were good. So I'll invite you back.
Okay. Y'all heard that right.
But before we get out of here.
Okay.
So we do this segment on the show called One Word.
Okay.
First Thought.
Okay.
And I'm just going to throw out some random words to you.
Okay.
And you just tell me what your first thought is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. And typically we do this with the hidden gems when I'm going to get you today.
Okay. Good Janelle, because, I might say,
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a PG rated show.
Okay.
Man, don't you say.
I got kids. I'm G rated, PG rated.
Okay, here we go. English.
Language.
Assault.
Weapon.
Car.
Why do I think phone? I don't know where they came from.
Car phone.
Car phone. Okay.
Fish.
Fry.
Okay. Record.
Deal.
Okay. Fertile.
Ground. that might.
Food.
Yes, please. All day, every day.
Okay, one more. Let's see. Crab.
Rangoon.
Okay, all right. Food, is
Food.
it?
I like to eat, and that's okay.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
And it's always a pleasure.
Okay. Pleasure
It
for
was
you. too.
quite a pleasure to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too.
And we'll be looking forward for you coming back.
Definitely. And we're going to get Miss Pat on stage.
Yeah, I
Later.
don't mind being on stage.
You just
know,
did
I like
Aretha.
me.
You
I
just did Aretha. I forgot
like
about that.
it's last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Year before last?
It was last
year.
Yep, in February.
Okay. 20. Okay.
Yep, 2019,
Definitely,
February.
definitely. So we're working on it.
So I'm looking to get back on the stage, but you know, I'm gonna be safe, and in the meantime, I'm gonna be at home. Okay.
Definitely.
All right, so you all stay tuned. I've got my good friend Chef Kevin Nelson is going to be with me when we come back.
A recent article in Newsweek cited that black colleges produce 70% of all black dentists and doctors, 50% of black engineers and public school teachers, and while HBCUs only account for 3% of the nation's colleges, they account for about 20% of the degrees awarded to African Americans. Did you know that 40% of the African American members of Congress, 50% of African American lawyers, and 80% of African American judges all graduated from an HBCU? Simmons College of Kentucky is just one of America's historically black colleges and universities that can help you pursue and realize your dreams. Simmons College of Kentucky, creating the next generation of thinkers.
Welcome back, and as I promised, I am here with my brother, Chef Kevin Nelson. And Chef Nelson is a great brother, but he's an even better chef. I have used his services for birthday parties in home and different other events, and I just think that it is an awesome opportunity for me to share him with you in this season of COVID. If you're looking to do something in home and be safe from the rest of the world, then you can also utilize his services. Hey, Chef.
Hey, how's it going?
Going pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so
It
much
is a
for
privilege,
coming.
really.
And it's always good when he brings some food. So he's got some ingredients here. While I mentioned his chef, him as a chef, he is also the owner, proud owner of Flavor 8 Seasonings. And he developed this all on his own, and it is a wonderful blend of seasonings, and he's gonna make us a delicious dish today with it.
I sure am. Let me first explain Flavors 8. Flavors 8 is a unique blend of only 8 seasonings. Over my past 25 years of cooking, I have learned what ingredients most people like on their food.
Okay.
And so basically what I did was I took, which my favorite number is 8 also.
All right.
And took those 8 seasonings and blended those and came up with Flavors 8. I describe, when people ask me, what does Flavors 8 taste like? I classify it as a smoky seasoning salt with very, very low sodium. This is very good for diabetics. This is very good for people with high blood pressure because of the low sodium content.
Okay.
Yep, and so what I'm going to do today real quick is I'm going to make a quick street taco. You know, street tacos are really popular right now. So again, Flavors 8 is unique in that it's not spicy, it's not salty. So all I'm going to do now is I've got my cast iron pan, and I'm just going to put some chicken in there and get it going.
All right.
Let's get it going. And also, it's a multi-purpose seasoning in that you don't even have to cook with it. I have friends of mine who actually take Flavors 8 and put it on their popcorn.
Wow.
I have some clients who, some of my Latin American clients, they actually put it on pineapple, they put it on mangoes. So it's a very diverse seasoning as well.
Okay.
And some of the seasonings that are in there. I also have lavender is one of the key ingredients in my seasoning. And that's all I'm gonna have to.
I thought you was gonna let it.
Oh no. That's it. That's it. Just the lavender. Just the lavender.
Okay.
And so yeah, what we're doing now is we're just getting this chicken cooking here. And yeah, during this COVID season, I've learned a lot. In that people are just not only are people being more cautious, but they're still just as hungry and they want a unique experience.
Right.
Being the executive chef at Encore on 4th Street, we had run into, just the fact that we were a downtown location and the social unrest and people really not wanting to come downtown. And so I decided to start doing some private chefing.
Okay.
Okay, so our chicken's about 75% done. We're gonna go ahead and add some peppers and onions right in there.
And I would tell you the one thing that I like about the personal chef experience is because it is so personable and you can do so many things. I just love the ambiance. I love creating unique ambiance experiences that people can have a good time and still maintain social distance, still do you and have a good time. I think I'm about ready to do another one, but we did it for my daughter's friend's birthday. And when I tell you they still talk about that,
yes.
I mean, it was just a nice atmosphere. Everything was chill. I mean, so he doesn't just cook, he pairs wine with the meal. So it was a complete experience. It wasn't like he just gonna come in. And the other thing, he cooked it at the house. So he didn't come in with a whole bunch of stuff and bring it in. He actually prepared. You used my grill.
Right.
You used the oven. So everything was prepared right there on site and very timely, very professional. And the food was delicious. What did you do, a 4-course or a 5-course meal?
I think I did a five course. I think we did a soup. Real quick, what I'm doing now is everything's just about done. We're about 94% done. Now I'm just gonna throw a couple of these shells on top, let them heat through. But yeah, I believe I did maybe like 5 courses. I did a soup, a salad, entree.
Yeah.
We really had a ball that day. We had a blast, and that's what I really enjoy about doing the private chef events, is because it's like I'm walking into someone's world and becoming a part of their family. So it's very special for me in that they actually even trust me to do these type of things in their home, because I mean, I had one client, all he wanted was to surprise his wife with her favorite meal, which was lasagna and salad. But the trick was for me to get into the house, set everything up, have everything waiting like he cooked it, and so then after she came home, ate the food, started eating the food, then I came out and he was like, I had a chef do this, so it was really personal, and it was a big deal.
Yeah, I just think those experiences are the most memorable.
Exactly.
And I'm not the best cook, so I ain't ashamed to call somebody and hire them and say, can you come over here and fix this meal? And especially when you start talking about courses, I ain't ready to do courses.
I just did and what I love too about what I do is I just did a 45th wedding anniversary.
Okay.
And it's really unique to find out what people like to eat. For example, this couple, it was their 45th wedding anniversary, and they wanted sea bass. So, I don't very often get a lot of customers wanting sea bass, so I was really super excited to be able to make that sea bass dish for them. So now what we have is our peppers and onions cooked with our chicken. And I'm just gonna build a couple of tacos. All we're doing is just putting some meat down, little cheese. And what I did for our sauce is, Flavors 8 again is very, very diverse. What I did was just take some basic ranch dressing, put some Flavors 8 sauce in it, and there we have it.
Wow.
I know this is kind of messy, but
I think I could fix that at home.
You can fix it at home, and this is a quick meal. You got your vegetables, you got your proteins. I'm gonna hand this to you. I'm gonna help you make a mess. All right, it's gonna be hot. And then what I do is I actually roll it, and then you're gonna pick it up. You're gonna pick it up like that, and you're gonna go straight at it. Okay,
all right.
Be careful, it's hot. I'm gonna make a couple more for
Okay.
our
Here it goes, guys.
staff, our wonderful cameraman who's been looking out for me today.
Delicious.
And again, it's Flavors 8. It's the only season you'll ever need. You know, oftentimes, man, people don't want to. I know people got some go-tos and they end up going to cook and they have 6 and 7 bottles pulled down to cook with. Flavors 8, you don't need that. It's the only season you'll ever need. It's got enough sodium. It doesn't have any heat, but it has enough flavor. Let me see if I can get some camera folk to come in the shot with us. Put the sauce right on there. Little sauce action again. Get this stuff out of the way. Show you a little presentation.
I'm telling you.
Am I supposed to eat some with you?
You can. You made it.
Can you come? My brother.
Jeff.
Please, Jeff. This is for you, Jeff. I want to show people how you can actually fold it in half. Yeah, come right around here with me. Yeah, you've been good to me, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
So what you just fold it, crisscross and pick it up. Just like that. Grab the plate and have at it. There it is. It's Flavors 8, man. It's the only season you need.
Thank you.
Go ahead and try that, big guy.
I am.
Okay.
Off camera.
Off camera. Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem.
Well, there you have it, folks. I mean,
And here's also the joy of doing the private chef caterings that I do is that it's catered for each person's need. I've had people come and say, well, how much do you charge for this? How much do you charge for that? What I do is I charge a base price, period, a flat rate. And what I do is I shop, I cook, and I clean. I'll get the whole grocery list together. I'll go do the shopping. I'll keep it really simple so that all the client has to do is cash at me the money at the end. I've got access to a couple of florists. I've got access to a couple of designers, people who can actually do the decorating. I've got decorators. I've got florists on my team, people who can, really put it together. Because again, in this COVID season, people are looking for an authentic experience. A lot of people aren't being able to go on these vacations that they're used to going to. As a matter of fact, I've got some clients next week, some ladies. They usually take a girls trip every year, but because of COVID-19, they won't be taking this girls trip because, they can't because of the travel restrictions. So what they've decided to do is hire me, and they're going to, they've rented a house. They've they've gotten an Airbnb, and they're going to have me come and do a bunch of Jamaican food. I'm going to be doing jerk chicken, rice and peas, some pineapple salsa. I'm going to do some, infuse some different flavors. Hopefully we'll be making some nice drinks and, having a really good time, because I pride myself on creating an authentic experience that gives you memories that last a lifetime through my food.
all right. Well, I'm gonna tell you, and when you looking to hire him, make sure he makes this banana pudding, because let me tell you, it is to die for. Well, Chef, I think this was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I think it's wonderful. Great. I'm gonna get my Flavors 8 seasoning.
Yes, you will. Yes,
and I encourage you to do the same. So if we want to order, how can we order?
Oh, well, you can reach me on social media. I'm actually Flavors 8 on Facebook. You can just go to Flavors 8 on Facebook, and my page will pop up. I'm in the process now of constructing my website. I'm also working with some other parties to put together a meal prep, a little meal prep thing going on. So, I've got a lot of coals in the fire, and I just really want to, share my love with my community and just share the love, especially during this COVID time.
Amen. Well, I'm going to put my stamp of approval on it, and I encourage each one of you to go and get you some bottles of this Flavors 8 seasoning and join me. I'm gonna make this at home now. Now that he didn't show me how to do it, I think I can do this at home.
5-minute quick meal.
I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see how that goes. Okay. Now before I let you go, now we play this segment on most of all of the shows, and usually with the hidden gem. I did it earlier, but I'm gonna do it with you as well.
Okay.
And it's called one word, first thought.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna give you a word,
Okay.
And you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to think about
Okay.
it. Just, blurt it out, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's go. Pry.
Black power.
Impose.
Get out of the way.
Okay. Grill.
Cook.
Poison.
Whoa.
Seasoning.
Mine.
Good deal. Okay, one more. Depress.
Not me.
Good. Praise God.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
It is a joy. It is
we're
a
going to
joy.
make sure we keep promoting. So if you've got a special occasion that's coming up and you would like to have the personal chef experience, please don't hesitate to contact Chef Kevin Nelson. And how can they reach you is that on the Flavors 8?
It is on the Flavors 8. I'm also on the Facebook platforms, Chef Kevin Nelson, or you can just send me a text message, 502-762-6561. Again, 502-762-6561. Send me a text. Don't call me because I don't answer strange phone numbers. But again, I'm a local guy, so just text me. We're good.
All right. And I encourage you, because you will not be disappointed. Well, that's all we have for this episode of Miss Pat's Neighborhood. Thank you all for tuning in, and look for us next week, same time, same place. And remember, today is a great day for you to do something good in your hood.